Hello, lovelies. How are you? How's it? I always get stuck. Salinificent. Salinificent. And Shani, lovely to see you. Yeah, I know. What a flippin' week it's been. Actually, 2 weeks, ne? 2 weeks. Yeah, last week was Valentine's Day. And if I tell you what naughty stuff we got up to, not necessarily naughty, but yeah, no, we went to a place where we don't normally frequent. It was such a joy. Anyway, yeah, dealing with teenagers is not fun. Such fun and enjoying a coffee before load shedding. So I apologize. I was supposed to have a guest on, and when our UPS died recently, and we were supposed to have a guest on, and when I'm going into shedding, he's coming out of load shedding. So we were supposed to have it now, but he's obviously got load shedding now, and but hopefully once we get our UPS we can sort something out, so it's all good. I'm going to try and get something more cost effective. It's not so big like your UPS, it's smaller, it's meant for the internet, and when I get it I'll do a review on it and let you know how it goes. So whoops, there goes my ring. Anyway, yeah, I tell you, this day, look, we all knew the truth would come out with Andre de Ruyter. And isn't it amazing? You listen to Mr. What's his name? Mfike Mbalula. And you listen to him, and he's the whole time, ooh, oh, 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 and you're like, seriously, do we actually have to take you seriously? Your government, your party has done fuck all for this country, nix, nada, yada, and then yet you keep saying how he couldn't handle the job, giving all these excuses. It's actually hysterical. It's just so crazy. It's like I was driving. I happened to be listening to the radio, which I don't often do. I was on the highway, and I was listening to the press conference, and I was like, really? Are you people actually believing that shit? And the truth is, I think there's a severe difference in what the amount of rubbish that people can believe. I listened to, I can't think now his name, he's from AfriForum as well. He was also on, I think, SABC, one of the SABC channels, talking about, black economic empowerment. Look, I'm all for fairness. Everyone deserves a chance. If you're qualified and you can do the flipping job, who gives a shit what the color of your skin is, rather how much gray matter you have between your ears. Hello, everybody. She's picked a good time. Hello, Leon. Hello, Patrick. Yes, Shani. So, yeah, I wear mask, Yes, Arbeit, everybody. So, yeah, I don't know if you guys have paid attention to the news today. I'm just like, how is it really a case that South Africans have a below IQ of 65? Because I think to believe the shit that comes out of the ANC government's mouth, I think they really must be stupid. Their voters must be thick as pig shit. And it doesn't matter what color you are or anything like that. It's just unfreaking believable. In fact, I heard him actually saying, one of their politicians saying, that it's still got to do with apartheid. And I find it ironic that's why I posted the thumbnail as a 2 rand note. And when that was around, I think the rand was probably 2 rand could probably get you like £4 or two. It was like for like with the GBP, with the Great British Pound. It was than sterling. It was actually stronger. So to me, it's just unbelievable. And I don't really talk politics, but I'm really now I'm starting to like really panic. In fact, someone told me they actually think we are on a higher stage of load shedding than we should be. And that they're just saying that we're on stage 6 or whatever. The truth is, if any other country in the world had load shedding like this, it would be, they've declared, a week ago, they declared state of emergency. What's changed? Fuck all. Nothing. No. So, yeah. Exactly, Mr. Nuggy. Exactly. Exactly. No, listen, and the thing is, a lot of people say, I'm not going to vote. Why should I vote? This is why we need to vote. I don't care who you vote for. I don't, just not the freaking ANC and those stupid, incompetent Red Berets who I believe are actually bigger thieves, given half the chance. They're more fucked up. Then, excuse me, I know I don't speak like this often, but I'm really, really getting concerned now. If I speak to anyone who's telling me they're heading overseas, they've had enough, I'm like, good luck. Like, I don't try and say to them, no, man, it will get better. Things are going to change. There's hope. I mean, this pathetic excuse to give us rebates on our solar. I mean, also, it's only on your solar panels. It's got nothing to do with the inverters and the actual lithium batteries that you put in. I mean, the actual solar costs what? To fill an entire house? I don't know. I don't have solar. What, 40 grand? 25% of that? 10 plus that's vatable. If you're paying a registered installer who pays VAT as well, then you're going to pay VAT on top of that. So what are you paying? 7,500 rand a month. Come on. Like, we are being rolled over barrels, people. We are literally being, and Akkus no gatful. Yes, e-toll's going to be scrapped. Yes, tick. We got that right. We have avoided the SABC. I don't watch normal TV with SABC. No, I will not be paying my license. Thank you. No, not a chance. My account is prescribed. I will not pay it. Thank you very much. Now they're saying they're going to legislate. They want to put on the books that if you buy a screen or a computer, you've got to pay a fee to get that. We have to stand up and tune tech, as Ronaldo would say. Tech, I would say something else. But I don't want to offend too many people. So like Nick says, the alternative is an absolute cancer. No, for sure. Everyone is swearing a lot lately. It's the pressure and the problems that are causing us all to boil over. No, 100%, Kevin. And welcome. I haven't seen you before, so welcome. It's quite something, and it's quite sad. And look, I do have hope, in a way. A small part of me has hope still. When I see a man like Andre de Ruyter standing up, Nfike, what's his? I don't even know how to say. And like, if I get the names wrong of these flippin' politicians, I don't even care, because I take no notes. If I saw one in the streets, I wouldn't know who the hell they are, because they're that insignificant in my life. What did he say? Oh, he's not a patriot or something. In fact, he is a patriot because he's a whistleblower. And that's exactly what you are. If you're a whistleblower in this country, like Thuli Madonsela, you are a flippin' patriot, because you are going to stand up against these tyrants, against these comrades, this Marxist Lenin thinking that is absolutely an abomination. The only place where a slight form of socialism has worked was in the beginning of Israel's history, where they had kibbutzim, where everyone grabbed a shovel and a spade and a thing, and they all worked the land, or some went into the kitchen, some tended animals, all of that. That is the only way socialism works in the beginning, to start something. The ANC is fucking this country, they have said it, completely up. Completely. So it's time to stand up. We either have to vote, or we just refuse. We're not paying for certain things. We will not be wrapped over the coals. And if you can get out of, paying your 26% or your this plus this or that or whatever, unfortunately, you cannot prescribe out of that. It is technically illegal. But no, they're just thieving arseholes. So, yeah. Okay, let's read some comments. I'm very annoyed. I'm very annoyed that... But, like, do you guys think the average South African gets it? Because I spoke to two general workers today. I don't actually think they care. I actually don't think they care. I really don't. And it breaks my heart, because they actually don't understand what the cook is going on. Okay, there. I'm ranting. Sorry, I haven't been on for like a really long time. Oh, what's happening to this? Okay, there we go. Oh, what is going on? Ewan says, but solar panels are all you need according to the competent cancer. Who needs inverters or batteries? Yeah, no. Like exactly, like they haven't even figured that out. That it's a whole system connected. It's not just a panel, right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. A bit of what's her name is coming out. Charlena. Yes. No, exactly. No, they're such flippin' retards. So yes, so let's go back. Biscuits. Oh my god, I haven't heard that word. It's so long. Yeah. Kevin, you met me at Chris White's meet and greet by Emperor's Palace last year. The gent with the leather cowboy hat on. Okay, cool. Welcome. Lovely to see you. Hello, slippery pickle. Shalom. I'm grabbing for a shovel and working some politicians. Yeah, no, for sure. It's just, and I'm just so gobsmacked how. But as long as you get your R350 grant, then you're gonna vote. Hey, yeah, no, I don't know whether we should be publishing like stuff on the internet, if we should be putting things, if the private sector should maybe be putting things in newspapers and teaching them how it all works. Someone today mentioned how, let me just think carefully now, that this country is not failing, that it's sort of continuing, and the economy is still running, so therefore it's not failing. Well, I'm sorry, maybe this person lives in a perfect little bubble where they're not affected by load shedding, where they're not affected by, the reason I don't know my guests on it because they've got load shedding and I don't, and then vice versa in 20 minutes. How there's no water in the west of Johannesburg and probably a lot of the south, that people are literally paying to go to work. It just doesn't make sense. I'm sorry, very bitter tonight. Yes. Hello, Hindu. Welcome. I'm Naja's here. Hello. Lekker, man. The reality, the economy. There we go, Patrick. The reality is that the ANC are not going away, and the reality is that we all need to stop paying our taxes with our taxes. They cannot pay grants, and then the momentum will shift against the cancer. But then they'll be correct. If that happens, obviously an entire 30% of the paying populace will not get funds. People in your SANDF won't get money. People in government won't get money. I just don't see how, and all these systems are in place. I'd love to see it happen. I get my salary, my PAYE gets taken off by a company that I don't have a say over. So it's kind of, you feel trapped. But if you can, avoid it at all costs. 100%. So I don't think the solar business this rebate bullshit is gonna work. I really don't. I think it's all a scheme. And then guess what? In a few years' time, because the government said, oh no, it's tax deductible, we're now going to tax you on something else again. It's just gonna, we need to think of something clever. We really, really do, to save this country. Whether it's educating, and I also believe it's talking to people. I really do. I really think it is talking to people. Whether it's your and this whole business, you can't talk to people and offend them. Fuck that. Like, do you want to hear the truth? Do you want to hear, like, I might have been born when there was such a thing as apartheid. I was an innocent kid who didn't realize these things were happening. When I found out later, after 1994, that they happened, I was horrified. But at the end of the day, why must I suffer? Why must my offspring suffer? It's just not fucking cool anymore. And they don't realize that it's an anorexic tax base, and a lot of people are leaving. Every single other person I speak to, oh, they've got a friend, this one's leaving, that one's leaving, yada, yada, yada. So either we need to do what the Saitlanders do, create our own little communities. I'm not a Saitlander myself. I was told recently to become a Saitlander. I haven't investigated it. I'm not really, but when I look at a day like today where you have a man putting his life on the line, I mean, there's talk of he might actually have to leave the country because he's in fear for his family and his own life, obviously. And who the hell they're going to get to run it? It's a money making cash cow for the cadres. That's all it is. And maybe we stop paying our municipalities. Maybe the DA run municipalities must come up with an alternative. They really, really do. Or it's just too big of an elephant to digest. Anyway, okay, that's my rant. Hello, Gad. Welcome. Solar panel taxes will possibly have a requirement that you can only claim if you are not white. In more likelihood, probably, but and then there's also, they haven't taken into account body corporates, another one. They'll wait and check the demand. But I mean, the solar is a third or a half a part of the component. So I mean, and it's also, I mean, hello, who's Rama Promise's bloody brother-in-law? He's running a whole alternative energy company. Hello. So yeah, exactly. Woosa. Salinificent. I need some shrooms. I need to chill. After this, I'm gonna smoke a fat one. At least you can still. Oh yeah, you can still do that. And now apparently it's legalized. There's certain laws about it, but yeah, if you can get into that business, that's going to make one a lot of money. The question is where do we find the money to buy the solar system, and how long will it take to get our 2 cents rebates, and how many hoops to jump through? No, 100%. And also, these things don't last forever. You know, they've got to be changed every 7, 10, 15 years. I don't know. And I feel sorry for the people who have done it. In 2015, there was a thing about geysers. If you had a geyser and you put a solar panel on it, you know, but that's all historic. Yeah, listen, I think if you can apply for and look, I hate to say it, I love South Africa. It's the most beautiful. The people are beautiful. You know, we mean well, but it's just trying to educate these people that are so desperate for their little 350 Rand grant. Wake up. Okay, I'm going to go back and read some comments. The DA in the Cape apparently has off-grid tax for those who have solar and alternative power. Now, 100%. Listen, in 2024, in Gauteng, if the ANC and EFF come into majority power, okay, ek pak my tassie. I'm already sending my teenager away, but I will pack my tassie and go down to the Cape. 100%. And it probably will happen. Maybe I'm being naive, and of course it will. It's just something that I haven't really thought about, and I haven't really prepared. Thing is, I don't want to, I mean, I cuck myself as a woman in this country that something bad happens to me, and we shouldn't also think about the bad, because some people say you attract what you give off, and la la la. But if, God forbid, if a serious crime hits you in this country, you're effed. You've got no rights of recourse. It takes thousands of rands. It takes years. It's just yo ish. Speaking of Asia, I probably need a clip drift as well. Or something. This Spice Gold. Asia. What's the thing? Now, 100 decentralization. Okay. We need to all stay on whichever side of the country where people think alike. I want to live in a place where people greet each other in the streets, where children play in the parks. Okay. No, sure. I think and I always say hello to people, especially now that we don't have to wear those verklepte bloody masks. Thank God. At least that's flipping over. Except now I hear there's cholera on the rise. Oh, my soul. Why? Surprise! Ding, 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 ding. Because, I mean, Slippery Pickle, I think you deal with pipes and water and shit like that. If you switch off the water and the water stays in the pipes, it gets fruit. And then it comes out and then people drink it and then, you know what I mean? And like, hello. And all the water's just stagnant it's not getting pumped properly through the reservoir. And and cholera is no joke. We've already had one death. So yeah, boil your water, people, please. When you remember, and have a flask. I have a flask. And even at night, when we're going to have load shedding from 4 in the morning till 8, I make sure that I at least can have a hot drink in the morning. Yeah, South Africans are very resilient and we're very hardworking and we're very moralistic. We have good ethics. But and we all, meanwhile, we want the best and we want Maslow's hierarchy of needs. It's just like there's this cloud over the collective. It's weird. It's like it's something out of what's it, Lord of the Flies. Just yeah. No, I agree. Hello, Steve. Welcome. By the way, guys, click the like button. I know, like I always say it on the morning show. I never say it here, so I'm saying it here. Click the likey button and click that subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And yeah, the belly key thing so you can see when I'm streaming, because I don't always stream. I try to stream on a Tuesday or a Thursday. And Tuesdays are always like Mondays I'm always stuffed from the weekend, and Tuesdays are always a busy day for me. But when my energy is high, it's still cool. So I do try and stream. Shrooms, Patrick W, what are you saying? Steve, wait, let me read your comment first. Come on now, face facts. Ruling party and majority do not want minority off this continent, dead or alive. Dead or alive. Wait, I don't know if I'm understanding you. Face fact, ruling party and majority do not want the minority off this continent, dead or alive. Are you saying that they want us here? What? Like, it just doesn't make sense. They'll keep us downtrodden, but they're not gonna, yeah, it's just crazy. Anyway, shrooms and a joint and badar. No, for sure. I know, listen, I saw something tragic, 2 tragic things in the last 6 months about SA farmers. I can't take it anymore. It's just like, it's finally got into me, people. It's finally got into me. But hopefully next week, Tuesday, I'll be on a different vibe and it will all be good. African farmers have come here, more than enough land to farm, so much more to go. And Tony, you're in Canada, right? Yes? Kevin? And in the past 2 weeks, ADT are reporting that increase in the number of solar panels that are being stolen from urban households have escalated phenomenally. No, for sure. Of course. 100%. Of course they're going to steal it. Duh. Anything that they think is... and of course you'll get some chop. So reselling them. Remember with those cell phone tower batteries, they bust the guy. It looked like Menlyn, I think. They bust him selling them out of his car. Duh. Yeah. Okay, you guys are talking. So the labor relations thing. So like someone was saying, no, the rich are getting richer. The truth is, I happen to come in contact with quite a few wealthy individuals, and what's happening in this country at the moment is even affecting their bottom line. And if it's affecting their bottom line, how much so the people who are making 17 Rand a day, which is just crazy. I'm switching to gas power generator and now fart in a jar. Cocksnocks. Yeah. If only. So yeah, exactly. The Cape has to declare UDI, otherwise avenues of self-rule has been have been tried and failed. That's the crazy thing, is that the Cape is much. Can you imagine if they had full power, if they didn't have to deal with government at all? Like, forget only provincial. Like, they had full control over their budgets. I mean, they do, but I mean, they didn't have to send feedback to governments at all. They're such twops. Hello, Debbie. Lovely to see you, my precious. Yeah, I like the old Surrend. Yeah. But watch, they'll blame the load shedding on Van Riebeck as well. Oh, okay, good, Steve. Okay, yeah, I was a bit confused there. No, they want us. Well, then maybe we should leave. Can you imagine? Maybe we should give them what they want. I mean, listen, we're adaptable. We can make any place great. We can. Yes, the climate. Listen, I don't know if you oaks are in Gauteng, but the climate lately here in Gauteng, no, there's something very crazy happening. And I'm not for the whole climate change thing. Oh, I'm just checking the time because I'm going into darkness in like 10 minutes. I'm not into buying the whole climate change bullshit. I think we've messed around with the HARP. What's it called? The HARP, where we've generated, and they've been doing it for I'd say at least a good 30 years, at least. They've been mucking with the weather with that system. So yeah, I'm self-exiling. I know you said you're going on I saw your post about going on those little what are they called? Not catamarans. It's like a catamaran. Oh, I know you're gonna get me wrong, but yeah, that sounds awesome. Oh, Gary, welcome. Lovely to see you, Mr. McLean. Lekker, man. Crime pays in our country as does being in government. Yeah. No, look, I'm just in a state of absolute. I'm just in a sleg mood tonight. Nee, but tomorrow's Friday. Yippee. So that's cool. Sorry, that's a bit squeaky. That's my squeaky voice. Oh, I should have been a chipmunk. And I'm boiling. Whew. Now it's nice and hot. Tomorrow's going to be a balmy 30 degrees here in Gauteng or in Pretoria. So yeah. I don't know. I like a big mug. Lots of people. This is double the size of a normal mug. I love a big mug. Not my bladder doesn't like a big mug, but I enjoy a big mug. I always feel like with the small mugs, like you drink your last sip and you're like, oh, I wish I had more. So yeah. Hello. Oh yeah, you ran away. No, I've had quite a rant. I had community to tell us to go back to Van Riebeck and take our 16% taxpayers with us. Now, yes, I think Holland must be a magical place to live. I really do. And I think Israel's probably, I mean, I've been there. I was there for a little while. And it's amazing. It's beautiful. People are chill. People are happy. Yes, there's crap with everyone around them. But yeah, look, I do feel sorry for Turkey and Syria with these humongous earthquakes that have been happening. Oh, I mean, in a way, I feel like we're in an earthquake situation. Okay, God forbid, not as bad, but literally our economy is collapsing. So what? So Mr. Shabambu's buying himself a Gucci bloody handbag, or buying expensive trips to fancy restaurants, or doing. The truth of the matter is, we could be so much better. Oh my God. Anyway, yeah. Hello, darkness, my friend. Yeah, we'll play that tune. We should. If I had a better setup here, I would. What? Our weather is like Miyagi. What? Miyagi. Coat on, coat off. Oh, Mr. Miyagi. Coat on, wax off. Wax on, wax off. God, who watched that? What was that show on Netflix? Oh, it was funny. I know TG watched a bit of it. But yeah, lovelies, I'm going to have to love and leave you before I literally sit here and go donk. But lovely to be you. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you for listening to my crazy rants. It's things we're all thinking about. And maybe we should just create our own communities, like-minded people. or move to the Cape, or just really, really, really take voting seriously and go to the polls and encourage other people to go to the polls. So yeah, cool beans. Oh yes, Cobra Kai. Thank you, Hindu. It was so cool that they had the old characters. Don't you love that when they bring back the original characters? I love it. It's like continuity. It's like, yes. Like that's what was so crazy about this last Lord of the Rings. I mean, okay, it was set like 10,000 years before. It wasn't badly done. Okay, there was woke elements to it as everything. God, I'm so sick of this woke bullshit. And I mean, someone would say to me, no, but there's woke on the left and there's woke on the right. Fair enough. But I think the world's waking up a little bit. I think people have realized, okay, they had seriously a bad trip and they've got to come right because this is just not normal. No. But yeah, okay. Lovely to see you all. I'll see you tomorrow morning. I don't know when no, I don't have load shitting at 6. So yeah, see you on the Cliff Show. And yeah, lucky guys, have a lovely evening. See you then. Bye.